For New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly. Let go.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
The numbers for Jones last week: 11 carries, 56 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Rodgers on target here to Allison, and they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about it that throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Well, look now at our starting defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Hold them to 13 was pretty good. But this week, I expect it to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ready.
A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
X3. 2-8 chopper.
From the 44, Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram. After the game, he was the focus. He was in the end zone at every turn, wasn't he?
Seemed like every time they were in the red zone, they went to him, and that's not just good coaching. That's just obvious. Of course you go to him there.
They could not stop him. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Gallman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Jones. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bullet time. 18 Gator.
On 1st down, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Don't forget later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. On first down, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
That's it, baby. He's on play.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Michael Thomas on the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Kill.
Now Gallman They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll bring him back within 4. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And
we'll see if they can do just that. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Throwing is Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Gallman will run it. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 38, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and 5. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Terrence Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. This is Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 27. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over,
But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and the organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Open man is Allison, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Rodgers looking to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Packers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Crosby puts it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So now Jones and the Giants down by 16. A minute 44 to go. Somehow they need to come up with a pair of touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Looking to throw. Jones.
On the ball.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. That's good for 28 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. But it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Second and 5. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Kenny Clark in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause Ice on the wrist. But I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause Ice on the wrist.